What is a Sunday without a donut? Last week Sunday, I made a donut, not really a perfect one, and I promised you all that I was going to give it a try again. So this particular Sunday, I made a perfect donut. I had to learn from my mistake to correct whatever it is I didn't do well last week, and I'm very glad there were changes. So now I'm actually not going to use the same method I used last week. Just in case you are yet to watch the video, just go down on my page. Now it's not like last week donut wasn't good, but I felt like it actually didn't give me what I wanted. Although it was my first time then, but I guess the more consistent you are in trying out something, the more better it becomes. So this Sunday, I actually didn't add my margarine while mixing my butter and yeast, just like I did last Sunday. I actually tried a different pattern, so I had to knead my dough first before I added my margarine, and then I mixed it together with my dough. And this time around, I made use of 1 egg instead of 2. Now another thing I figured out was that last week I overworked my dough, so I guess that's why it was really tired. But this time around I did something different. So I had actually needed my dough and gave it a little time to rest. I actually left this one for almost an hour, although it wasn't really up to 1 hour, but it's almost like an hour. After that, I proceeded in cutting out my dough into smaller portion, and then I found out that last week I didn't need, of which I did, and that was why the last week donut wasn't that smooth. But this time around we have a different result, so I needed a little. It actually doesn't require much kneading, just a little to smoothen your dough. Then I place them in my chopping board, which already has my parchment paper and a flour too. Now for the fact that I wanted something entirely different, I also want something different in shape. Now this time around, I was going to open my donut for it to give me a different vibe altogether. Now it was time for frying, and I also decided I wasn't going to deep fry, unlike what I did last week. I actually did a shallow frying, and I guess it gave me the results I wanted. So, I was dry frying the first set, and I'm going to repeat the same processes in frying the rest of the dough. Going to be flipping each side after some time to make sure all both sides are well cooked. So everything came out perfect. The both sides came out looking yummy and much better than I could imagine. So my donut is ready, and I'll be having this with something light, a tea preferable since it's morning. But then for those of you that take carbonated drinks, you can take this during your lunch. You can make this for your kids, that they can go to school with it as a snack instead of buying roadside donuts on the road. I tested it, and trust me, this came out very super. This was amazing. This was yummy. This was everything I wanted, and I'm glad this really gave me joy. You hardly see me buy snacks on the road these days because I feel like and I enjoy it more when I make things I eat by myself instead of buying on the roadside. You can watch videos online and try this. You don't have to be a baker before you satisfy your craving. Learning this can be beneficial to you, to your kids, to your husband, and everyone around you in the future. Thank you for watching. Do have a lovely day. Bye.